She gave an alien warrior his blood and was rewarded beyond her wildest dreams. Dr. Evelyn Carter was no stranger to blood. She had worked in Earth's emergency wards for years before volunteering as a medic for the Interstellar Alliance. She had stitched open wounds during riots, pumped oxygen into collapsed lungs, and performed CPR in the middle of roads. But nothing could have prepared her for the day an alien commander's life spilled out in front of her, shimmering bronze under the sterile lights of a field hospital. The warrior was enormous, 3 meters tall, armored in plates battered from combat. His scales gleamed like beaten metal, but they were slick with ichor that glowed faintly under ultraviolet lamps. His chest rose shallowly, and with each exhale, more of that shimmering blood left him. Commander Koresh of the Vaelorian host, one medic muttered. Critical. No ichor donors in range. Another hissed in despair. Their blood is too complex. Nothing matches. He will die before cycles end. Evelyn swallowed hard. She had studied alien physiology since arriving, and Vaelorian biology was notorious. Their blood carried metals and enzymes that reacted violently to most other species. Without replacement, the massive warrior's heart would seize within the hour. Her eyes fell to the diagnostic scanner. Run compatibility with human hemoglobin. The medics froze. Their crests twitched. Human ichor. Absurd. It will kill him faster. Run it, Evelyn snapped. The machine whirred, analyzed, and chirped. The results made her blink. Partial compatibility. Viable. Her pulse raced. Humanity's blood was absurdly adaptable, a side effect of surviving the chaos of Earth. It might just work. Prep the transfusion, she ordered. The medics stared in disbelief. You would give your own blood. He dies without it. She rolled up her sleeve, already reaching for the sterilizer. So let's move. Minutes later, her blood was flowing into Koresh's veins. Evelyn gritted her teeth against the lightheadedness. His monitors flickered erratically, then steadied. The bronze tint returned to his skin, the tremor in his breaths eased, and slowly, impossibly, his heart found its rhythm again. He lives, whispered one of the Vaelorians. The human binds him with her life. But Evelyn barely heard them. Her vision blurred, and exhaustion claimed her. When she woke, the medics were gone. The tent was quiet, save for the low hum of the machines. And Koresh was awake. He sat upright, towering even from the cot, golden eyes fixed on her. The wound across his chest was sealed, though the scars still glowed faintly. His gaze carried a weight that made her throat go dry. You gave me your blood, he said, voice low and resonant. Evelyn rubbed her temple. I gave you a transfusion. Don't make it sound like something out of a myth. But his expression didn't soften. Among my people, blood is more than life. It is memory, honor, soul. To give it freely is to bind yourself. To take it is to carry the giver forever. She blinked. Okay, well, humans don't really do that. I just didn't want you to die. All the more reason, Koresh said. Then, to her utter shock, he knelt on the floor before her bed. By the oaths of Vaeloria, your enemies are mine to destroy. Your life, mine to guard. Your path, mine to follow. From this moment until my last breath, I am yours. Her jaw fell open. Wait, you're pledging yourself to me. Yes. His gaze burned like fire. And more, if you will it. Evelyn expected it to fade. Surely this was cultural ritual, the fevered devotion of a soldier who had brushed death. But the vow only deepened. When enemy raiders threatened their camp, Koresh was first to meet them, his war cry shaking the battlefield. When rations ran thin, Vaelorian soldiers arrived bearing crates of supplies stamped with his crest. And everywhere Evelyn went, a shadow followed, silent, enormous, and impossibly protective. The whispers began. The Bloodbinder. The Red Oath. One evening, she was summoned to his quarters. The chamber was dim, lit by firestones casting molten light on banners and blades. Koresh stood at the center, sharpening a massive sword. He set it aside as she entered. "You still do not understand," he said. "I understand that you owe me your life," she said carefully. "And you've more than repaid it." He shook his head, golden eyes glinting. "No. You gave me more than life. I feel your pulse in my veins. When I dream, I see your world. When I fight, I hear your heartbeat alongside mine. You live within me." Her chest tightened. "That's just cross-species side effects. Biological noise." Koresh stepped closer, his presence filling the space. "No. It is bond. You are part of me now. I cannot unmake it. Nor do I wish to." Her breath caught. "And what does that mean for you?" "It means," he said, lowering his voice, "that you are not only my savior. You are my bondmate, should you accept. If you refuse, I remain your protector until my last breath. But if you accept," his massive hand hovered above hers, careful not to touch, "then your wildest dreams will be too small to hold what I give you." For a long moment, silence stretched. The fire crackled. Her heart hammered. She had meant to save a life, nothing more. But in doing so, she had bound herself into something vast, something terrifying, something extraordinary. The war dragged on, but Evelyn was no longer just a medic. With Koresh at her side, she became symbol and myth. Soldiers bowed when she passed. Enemies faltered at the sight of the human and her towering guardian. Together, they healed and fought, not as commander and doctor, but as halves of a legend. When at last peace was signed, fireworks blazed across the night sky. Soldiers shouted and laughed, relief flooding the camps. Koresh found her amid the celebration, his armor gleaming, his eyes fixed on her alone. "My people call me home," he said. "I must return to Vaeloria. But I will not go without you." Evelyn froze. "You want me to leave Earth?" "I want you to take the place you already hold," Koresh said, lowering his head until his gaze met hers. "To walk as my equal among my kind. To see your name sung in our halls. To rule beside me, if you wish it. You are no longer only human, you are bound in me, and I in you." Her throat tightened. She had only meant to do her job. To save one life. But with a single act, she had stepped into a story that would be told for centuries. And when she looked into his eyes, she knew the truth. Her life on Earth had ended the moment her blood touched his veins. A new life awaited, one written in devotion, in fire, in blood. Evelyn smiled. "Then I suppose I'd better start packing." The galaxy would remember it as legend, the fragile human who gave her blood to an alien warrior and was rewarded with loyalty, devotion, and a destiny beyond her wildest dreams. But for Evelyn and Koresh, it was never legend. It was simply the bond they carried, flowing eternal in their veins.